When God answers your prayer. I know I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of times how we come to God and we ask God, we go to God in prayer, right? And we ask God for whatever we may desire, whatever we may need, whatever we may need strength, and whatever area we may need, to be built up in, right? And a lot of times, some people, they come to me and they tell me, like, Drake, like, God isn't answering my prayer. God isn't going through with what I asked of him, right? And they end up starting to doubt God, right? They end up starting to lose their faith in God, right? I want to let you know that this video wasn't on your recommended page for a reason. I want to let you know that in God's timing, everything will work out. I have some scriptures that talks about how we should approach God, how we should talk to God when we ask God for something in prayer. In 1 John chapter 5, verse 14 through 15, it says, "This is the confidence we have when approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. Whatever we ask, that we have what we asked of him," right? This is the confidence. When you think about confidence, right? Maybe you play a sport, right? You're an athlete, and one of the biggest keys into doing well is your confidence, right? If you have no confidence, you're not going to perform at your best, right? If you go to God and ask him and without confidence, he most likely won't respond towards that, and it may not be in your books, right? It may not be in the writing for your life, but if you don't come to him in confidence, as 1 John says, it says that if we ask anything according to his will, right? Is it his will that this will work out for you, that what you ask for will come to fruition for your life, right? So whenever something doesn't work out for you, keep your faith in God, because God has blessed you with so much before that up to this point, you think about what you want in the moment. But once you learn to realize that, look, God has given me all these things already, you won't get in this mindset of doubting God. And best believe, I've been there, bro. I was there a lot. And reading the scriptures, I had to realize, and be patient, and to just, let God work. When I let him work, God was the limit for my life. And I'm to this point, and I'm blessed. And you should think the same way. God will always hear our prayers regardless, right? It will answer them if we address him with faith and real intent. When we go to God, we should have an intent, a faith, a strength in us, right? Even if we ask in our weakest moments, come to him in faith. Even if we're sad, depressed, come to him with strength and faith and intent. Like, look, God, this is what's going on in my life, and I need to address it with you, because, Lord, you're the only one who can change it, who can shape my life to whatever you want it to be. Another verse I have for y'all is John 16, verse 24. Jesus gives us assurance of answered prayer. "Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete." Jesus was speaking to his disciples the night before his crucifixion. Think about this, right? "Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete." Asking and receive, and your joy will be complete. Some people, they don't even bother to talk to God about their problems. They go to the world, they ask the world how they should deal with their issues. The world's going to tell you and give you the harsh truth, right? Even if God gives you the harsh truth, God is trying to build you up. The world is going to try to tear you down. The world's really not going to try to help you, right? Because somebody's going to give you advice, right, on how to deal with a certain situation. But nothing is different than God's advice. Nothing is different than godly advice compared to worldly advice. Because God's wisdom, is, above all else, trumps knowledge, street knowledge, any type of knowledge. And last but not least, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. "With every prayer and request, pray at all times in the Spirit, and stay alert in this, with all perseverance and intercession for all the saints." I'm going to read it one more time. with every prayer and request, pray at all times in the Spirit. Not only in the Spirit, towards the Spirit. Ask the Spirit. Allow the Spirit to work within you, because when you come to God, you're coming to God with that confidence, right? That confidence and that faith that whatever you ask for will work out. If you have that type of confidence, regardless if it doesn't work out, you know that all the other things that have worked out in your life will come to fruit. You know, there it is right there. It's worked out already. So whatever, I even looked at this when I was applying for jobs, right? I was getting rejected, even though I had skills. I had work, I had job experience, right? I had experience in working at certain places, and I still wasn't getting a job at even the simplest of places. And then I'm asking myself, like, God, why can't I get a job? Like, why can't I get a 9-to-5 job? And God was like, no, you're gonna do this YouTube. You're going to help people. You're going to make content and help people to grow in God and all this. I'm letting y'all know, like, I couldn't get a job for like a year. When I tell y'all, like, just listening to what I said right then and there, if that isn't showing you that God's timing is super important, that whatever God has for your life is super important, and God already has your life written out, that when you come to prayer and God doesn't allow it to come through, or maybe God is protecting you from something, thank God and give him the glory, because whatever is meant for you under his word, under his glory. But if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment down below. And as always, God bless.